Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning. I'm the senior taster of Whisky.com. This is my son Ben, the master taster, and today we're looking at a range of Glen Moray whiskies, where we just taste one of them, and the others will come in the upcoming days or weeks. We're not giving them in sequence, I think, but we're telling a little bit about everything in each video. So today we have the Chardonnay cask finish.
Yeah, Glen Moray is a very nice. I think they still are considered Speyside, but they are at the edge of the Speyside, let's say it that way. You could argue if they're still Speyside because they are not, I think, not at the River Spey.
No, they're flooded by another river.
Flooded by another river. And the Spey side is defined as all the rivers that flow into the Spey. That is the Spey side, and every distillery that is on one of these rivers or near the Spey. So they are not, but they are officially in the Spey side.
Yeah, I was there in 1995, I think, or 94. So quite a time. And then you were there a few years ago, and not a lot changed from the outer appearance, but in the inside. So the cask manager, the proprietor as well. So a lot changed at them, and now they are giving out this new range of no age statement whiskies, 40% ABV, and finished, matured in typical American oak casks, and then finished the first in Chardonnay, Cabernet, and Sherry casks.
Yeah, the Glen Moray distillery, they do have age statements, but they are all about the casks. So the different casks, there are so many different casks at Glen Moray, and there is a bit of a thing with Glen Moray going on. If you look at the very top, you see their symbol. You can't quite see it, and there's a big story behind that. And if you'd like to know more about the story and all that behind that, and all the casks and how they make the whiskey, there's a good distillery video here on our channel where I go through the whole distillery and tell you all about it. So this would be a bit too much for here, the whole story.
Yeah, there had been for many years a Chardonnay finished Glen Moray on the market, where the Chardonnay wine finish became famous, I think. One of the first distilleries using those casks, and Chardonnay is a white wine grape coming out of Burgundy. It's quite an old one, and it has some good DNA relationship with the Pinot Grigio and the Pinot Noir, and it's I read it, the fifth most cultivated grape in the world, a white wine grape. So 200,000 hectares are under development. So Chardonnay is quite popular. It's a friendly wine. People like it. It's not too heavy, but these wines mature in barrique casks, and those barrique casks are then shipped to Glen Moray, and they not only deliver the white wine notes, aromas to the whiskey, but as well the French oak taste to the whiskey.
Yeah, you know quite a lot about the wine. I still tend to stick to whiskey, and nowadays a bit more of a gin. Yeah, that's quite nice. So yeah,
50 years. So here we go, Elgin Classic. Yeah, what I said, they're flooded by another river. 2003, I think they had a big flooding up there. And the distillery lies in a little hollow, and the water rose very fast, and there had been pictures where you could see casks flowing on the water. Horrible.
It's a horrible picture. But they managed it quite well, so they didn't really have a big recession, downturn, loss of production. So they managed it quite well. So a floating cask is not unsalvageable.
Yeah. Have a smell? Fresh. Fresh is German. Fresh. Clean. Apple means a younger one. And citrus note, typically from the distillery character. So this is a straightforward, clean, Speyside smell. Yeah.
Yes, it feels a little bit younger, but not in a metallic way, but in a very fresh apple, new make spirit, pears. It feels really like a refill bourbon cask maturation, very well done, but with even more fresh fruitiness. So if you'd have that in a blind tasting, I would say, refill bourbon cask, but it's just too fruity.
So typically that comes from the yeast, which intensifies the fruit, or which give the fruit the esters in the whiskey, and then the distillation process concentrates that taste. That smell. So cheers.
Cheers.
Did we tell about the price? It's $22.90 here.
Seriously?
In Central Europe, it's quite a cheap one, yes, because those Chardonnay casks, they are everywhere.
Yeah, Chardonnay
And
casks
it's a
are not
no
bad.
age statement whiskey, 40% ABV. So
This is really good for a cheap one.
difficult to tell. So first, it's quite weak. It's not that kick in it. It's just 40% ABV. And as soon as you swallow, a French oakiness arises. That's not these old bitter tannins which you have with over matured whiskies, but this is fresh French oak, Limousin oak, with the intense character, and beside that a little winey. And yeah, this is definitely a whiskey, and probably with this intense French Limousin cask influence, it's good for mixing as well.
It's quite heavy. I would expect a much lighter whiskey.
Yes, from the nose.
Yeah, from the nose, I would expect a light, fruity one. But it does have fruit, but it's paired with a nice oaky touch to it. Not quite sure if it's Limousin oak, but yeah, it feels. For me, it feels a bit too round for Limousin oak, but maybe they have just toasted it very well or something like that. And yeah, for me, it's missing a bit of a bitterness of that European oak, but the spiciness is definitely there from the European oak, so it's a bit strange for me.
It's young. It's a finish process, only a few months, and not that long.
Yeah, maybe you
period.
can have the perfect time. Maybe that's the perfect timing for the European oak, where you get spiciness enough and none of the big bitterness going on.
No, vanilla is rising.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. We'll have 2 more to go, but those will come, as we said, next week or in some distance, so that you do not have every day Glen Moray. Yeah,
I like it. It's a nice whiskey for about 20 something bucks. I like it. It's definitely worth it. So yeah, that was it with the Glen Moray Chardonnay cask finish. Next time we're gonna try the Cabernet cask finish. Stay tuned and see you next time.